Hey wonderful ladies, in this video I'm going to tell you two things in relation to this comparing yourself with other women and feeling really jealous of other women. And so the two things that I'm going to cover in this video right now is number one, why this happens to us and why we start to compare and where this all comes from. And then the second thing that I'm going to cover is steps that we can take right now to make sure that we don't do this comparing anymore and to stop this in the moment and become more aware of it. So firstly, why this happens is because what I want you to think about now is everything that you compare yourself with. So this could be mentally, perhaps you compare yourself on an intelligent level to somebody else. Perhaps you compare your grades if you're in university. Perhaps you compare certain body parts, or perhaps you compare your whole self. And so when you look at those things that you are comparing, go back and ask yourself, did any of your very important caregivers in your life, such as parents, could be even brothers and sisters, could be teachers, uncles and aunts, anyone that's made an influence on you in your life or that was around when you were a child, did they compare you on those particular things that you are comparing yourself to? Or did they make comments that made you feel less than in those areas of your life? And you may not be able to think of them right away, but generally what you're going to find over the next few days, if I give you this homework to go back and think about, and that is to have a look and see where are those things a pattern in your life. Because what will have happened is if you were compared in that way or you felt less than in that way, the brain takes that belief and then it will keep finding evidence to then make that true for you. The brain will always want to make it true. So when we look at something like that in our life, we need to recognize that throughout our life and all of the years, we've picked up little pieces to make that really true to us. And so along the whole time, we've ignored all the things that prove that it may not be true for us. And so we need to retrain the brain in that way. And so for myself, I've always compared my legs with other people's. And that is because when I was young, I actually had this said to me multiple times that my legs were bigger, not very attractive, and that they were like tree stumps. And so this was really hurtful for me. And so my whole life, I have felt that my legs are not beautiful. And so it's taken me a really long time to start to accept them. And now it's at the point where I believe that they're cute. And I like parts about my legs that I don't want to change. And I like that they can keep other people warm if I lie them on top of other people. And so what we want to do is we want to really retrain the brain. And so this takes us into the next step of when we recognize where these things have come from, and there will be events in your life that have made you believe that, or maybe you're even sitting at a birthday party and somebody said something and it started to make you believe that you're less than in a particular area or in lots of areas. And those things build up and we just find evidence to make it true for us. So we want to recognize that first and find out where are those things that we found to be true. And then what we want to do is we want to be able to then go and retrain the brain. So it might be initially hard for you to do it on that particular area. Like if you're like me and you had your legs or your stomach or whatever it is, it may be really hard to do it initially on that body part. So what I encourage you to do is start to find other areas of you that you love, inside and outside, and start to focus on those because it's going to train the brain again into new things that you like. And so that will then become the focus. So start doing that and make sure that when you have those thoughts about yourself, try and come to the place of where you can say to yourself, I like this about me, or this is great about me, because this is the work that you have to put in to make sure that the brain starts finding new evidence. So task number one is find new evidence about yourself that would make you have positive thoughts toward yourself. And then the second thing that we want to do is that when we look at being jealous of other people and comparing to other women and looking at what they have and what we don't have, this is coming from a place of fear, coming from a place of not being abundant. So it's believing that they have something that we don't have or that we can't get. And so this comes from a place of being really fearful in our lives. And again, maybe there was an instance where we were told we can't have something. And it's all about these beliefs and these evidence pieces that we find to be really, really true for us. So these are the pieces that we want to retrain. And so again, if there's something that other women have that you keep comparing with or that you want, go back over your life, start finding evidence that proves to you that you can have that too. and start retraining your brain in this way so it has a positive thought about yourself, and know that the world is really, really abundant and everyone's opinions are very different. And so you are very entitled to getting what somebody else has, vice versa, but you are definitely abundant. You can get this in your life, and you just have to have the belief, and you have to make sure that you are retraining your brain constantly. So I hope that this quick little video has really helped you, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this, and I look forward to helping you out next time.